Well, I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely buzzing with the announcement that David Coronswet and Rachel Brosnahan have been announced as Superman Clark and Lois Lane. So I found this article in the Hollywood Reporter asking who is David Coronswet, and I thought that would kind of be interesting to get some details about the actor who is our new Clark and Superman. Who is David Corenswet? Meet DC's new Superman. The actor has starred in projects like Hollywood, The Politician, and Look Both Ways. It's official. The DC Universe officially has its new Clark Kent and Lois Lane. On Tuesday, news broke that David Corenswet would take on the role of the Man of Steel in James Gunn's upcoming Superman Legacy, the film that will introduce a new slate at DC courtesy of Gunn and Peter Safran. Legacy is one of the projects featured in what the co-heads of film at the studio dubbed Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters, which is set to tell stories across TV and film. Other titles include Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and The Authority. Just imagine who they're going to cast as Supergirl. If it's not Sasha Calle, of course, I still have my doubts about Sasha getting the job. I would like that. Not so sure. We'll wait and see. According to Gunn, the film follows Corenswet's Clark Kent Superman as he learns to balance his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing thanks to parents Jonathan and Martha Kent in Smallville, Kansas. Corenswet will star alongside Rachel Brosnahan, who takes on the role of the Daily Planet reporter Lois Lane. Superman Legacy is set to hit theatres July the 11th, 2025 and begin filming in early 2024. While Gunn has found his Lois and Clark, the casting search continues for other iconic Superman characters like Lex Luthor and the superheroes The Authority, who are expected to make an appearance in the film before having their own eventually. Here's a look at the next Kal-El. Who is David Corenswet? Corenswet graduated from Juilliard in 2016. Now, you may know this, you may not want to know this, but Christopher Reeve also graduated from the same art school. It's a much revered art school in the US. So in 2016, and landed a guest role in House of Cards in 2018. The actor was born and raised in Philadelphia. His father worked as a stage actor for many years before joining his wife as a lawyer. As a child actor, Corenswet made appearances in numerous theatre productions, including Arthur Miller, All My Sons, Macbeth, La Vie Bim Bleu, and Forgiving Harvest. The Forgiving Harvest. What else? What else is he in? Particular to House of Cards, Corenswet had parts in Elementary Affairs of the State and Instinct. In 2019, he landed a starring role in Ryan Murphy's The Politician, followed by another one in the showrunner's 2020 series Hollywood. The former tells the story of an over-calculating high school senior, Peyton Hobart, Ben Platt, who has paved every step of his life so that it would lead him to one day be President of the United States. Hollywood is set in the aftermath of World War II in Los Angeles and tells the story of Corenswet's Jack Costello, who hopes to ride his good looks to superstardom, only to find himself working as a glorified gigolo at a gas station instead. The actor more recently had a recurring role on HBO's We Own This City, and he starred in Netflix Lou Both Ways and A24's Pearl. Superman Legacy marks Corenswet's first major foray into a big studio film. His upcoming projects include FX's The Answers, Searchlight's The Greatest Hits, Apple TV's Lady in the Lake, and Universal Pictures, Warner Brothers, and Amblin Entertainment, Twisters. Wow! How did he land the role of Superman? Corenswet screen tested for the role of Man of Steel over the June 17th weekend in Superman in Superman garb and in plain clothes. He was paired up with Emma Mackey, who was a strong contender for Lois Lane before the part eventually went to Brosnahan. Nicholas Hoult and Tom Brittney also auditioned for Kal-El. So sometimes directors like to bring other actors in to play other sides in the screen tests and auditions. I actually think Nicholas Hoult was never seriously testing for Superman, and he was just using him to play those sides. George Lucas did the same thing with Harrison Ford before deciding to cast him as Han Solo, because originally he didn't want him as Solo because he'd already worked for him in another film and he wanted to use fresh actors. So I don't believe Nicholas Hoult was ever really auditioning for Superman seriously. In 2019, in a 2019 interview with Entertainment Weekly, he revealed he wanted to portray the iconic superhero at some point in his career. My pie-in-the-sky ambition is definitely to play Superman, Coronswet told the publication. I would love to see somebody do an upbeat throwback take on Superman. I love the Henry Cavill dark and gritty take, but I would love to see the next one be very bright and optimistic, and that's exactly what we're going to get. Before I go further, I know statements like this, anger, diehard Snyderverse stands. But let me just say this. You had the Superman you enjoyed for 3 movies. But I care about the entire fandom. And there's a side of this fandom that haven't had the Superman in their lifetime that they've read in comics. And now it's their turn to get what they want. And I think that's fair. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for myself because I'm quite happy with dark and broody Superman. Also, I'm happy to get, the bright, kind of Superman we saw in Superman the movie and some of the comics. And that is your article. So, yes, there you have it. That is David Coronswet. Some of you will be excited. Some of you won't be as excited. I'm excited. We've got a film coming. Fingers crossed. James Gunn pulls this off. I mean, there's some people who don't want this to work. I do. I love Superman.